Alrighty guys, so we are headed to Rose Hill Plantation in Cross Keys, South Carolina. Not too far from Union, if you know what that is. Shadow, he is ready to walk. He's ready to bark. So perfect timing. We are crossing into Union County on Highway 49 North. And that's all that I have to show. We'll record more updates. Bye for now. Alright, so we are now here. After 20 minutes of driving, 20 minutes later, we're here. So this is the Rose Hill Plantation. It's what it sounds like. It's like a plantation. So Mr. Shadow cannot go in the plantation, but he can still go walk though. Yeah, because it's a nice day to go walking. It's about 80 degrees, and it's April 4th, so it's almost Easter, so we'll give you guys an update later. See you later. Alright, so we're now at the park. So we've been walking for about a quarter of a mile, 0.37. So this is the tenant house ruins. So I'm also not really sure which way the ruins would be.
The aftermath of slavery, many newly freed African Americans became tenant farmers, working for former enslaved for minimum payment. You're looking at the ruins of a house where tenants lived in the early 1900s. The brick tile was the fireplace, the chimney, the large room, over the house, the foundation.
So yeah.
One of 11 tenant homes on the site of this plantation.
So the ones before you, oral history and artifacts are covered by archaeologists help us tell the stories of people who lived here. In 1930, Henry and Jannie Jetter and their 4 children were among more than 30 tenants on this plantation. This may have been the Jetters' home. The Jetters' oldest child, Sally Mae, later recalled learning to cook at an early age. She also helped treat sick family members with homemade remedies. Her experience reminds us that sharecroppers' children often had to grow up quickly to help sustain their families. So over here is just more information, so you can read that yourself. Okay, so this is
right there,
yep.
The mound is the fireplace,
Yep.
and the stones on the outside is where the foundation sit.
Yeah. So, and of course, as we see in the middle, those are bricks. So, yeah, that's where the fireplace was. So, yeah, so that's the ruins. I guess we'll keep you guys updated. Shadow's good. So, see you later. Alright, so we are currently at the witness trees.
The hickory trees that surround you were silent bystanders to countless events on this plantation. Imagine the scenes these trees have witnessed in their lifespan. Enslaved men and women walking with their hoes to work each morning, mules plowing wagon loads of cotton from the fields to the gin, children of sharecroppers collecting hickory nuts in the fall. When these trees died in 2018, we saw a cross section known as the tree cookie. From the trunk, each ring on it, the cookie equals a year of growth, indicating that this tree began life in 1796.
You can see the tree ring from the section of the hickory tree in the display to the left. Important dates are marked on the photograph. So first, in 1796, the tree was born on this hillside of the Tiger River. 1811, Francis Gist buys this land and deeds it to his son William H. Gibson. 1819. In 1865, about 178 people are enslaved by the Gits, become free after the Civil War. In 1939, last sharecroppers moved off this plantation when Gist heritage sale to the U.S. Forest Service. And in 2018, the tree fell during a spring storm. So over here's information. You can read it if you want. All right, over here, it's weathered. You can't really read it that much anymore, but it's supposed to be like, I guess, what else? Like the
That's
rings.
the inside of a tree.
Oh, that's the inside?
Yeah, that's a tree. They preserved it inside this.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we are now off the trail, and I just wanted to show you guys the side of the house. So we just saw this big old fat squirrel come through, and you know, and this place is what it sounds like. It's the rose garden. There's a rose bush right there. I want to zoom in on it. So yeah, so Shadow's gonna sniff all the roses here and pick them. And
Okay.
all right. So we're at the front of the plantation house. This is outside the rose garden. So yeah, neat. All right. So in here is the kitchen house. So there's that. All right. So over here's the fireplace and all the fake food. I'm pretty hopefully isn't real. It doesn't feel like it is. It's plastic. All right, well, over here is just the bread thing that's not real. Donations. This is the sign-in sheet. These are barrels that were food storage. All right, so we're getting ready to leave, and this is the mansion, but unfortunately we cannot go in there because it's only available to guided tours, and of course we are not on a guided tour, so yes. All right, so we are now leaving the park. So we are headed to the Battle of Musgrove Mill in Clinton off of Highway 56 now. All right, so we are coming off of so this is the Cross Keys house. So yeah, so we're on our way to Musgrove Mill, and we're coming off of the Buncombe Road. And the weird part is that it is for sale. Not sure if you can see that sign over there, but it's for sale, and that's the sign. A post office was established in 1809 at Cross Keys, South Carolina, in 1812 to 14. Burham Bobo erected this house at the intersection of the Piedmont Stage Road and Old Buncombe Road during the antebellum period. It was a center of a prosperous plantation. The gables of the building contain the Cross Keys insignia and the dates of construction. So yeah, there's that sign. And goodbye.